Good morning. I've been out this morning doing a few jobs, so I thought I'd take you for a walk around what's been going on. And I won't talk so very much, as you can tell it's quite breezy, but I've been busy cutting back this to improve the land levels of my composting area. And I also have some very healthy looking potatoes growing in that bag there, and I wanted them to be getting a bit more light. So I do have plans for sorting out these composts. I have got one bag up there, so there's a lot more to put things in. There's another healthy looking potato growing in there, so I've put it back a couple of weeks. I might pull that up for new potatoes at the end of May, beginning of June, and then I can sort out the compost. So I've got some rather sad looking nasturtiums that have been sitting waiting to go out for quite a long time, but I have got them in the ground now and I have been watering them in, so I'm hoping that they will take off and cause quite a lot of colour along here. You can see the calendula is looking very happy. The onions are doing okay. I'm having to come out watering on a regular basis, getting all that in that I can before there's a hosepipe ban. These cabbages I put out the other day, I don't know what that white leaf stuff is. I don't know if anybody else knows. They might be able to offer some advice. But it's killed off that leaf there. It's taken on that leaf there. So it's a bit of a worry. And I've got some more nasturtiums planted out here. And again, I've been watering them in. Potatoes are growing quite nicely now. Having to be quite careful because it's very slopey along here. I've made myself a little path here, so I'll walk along here. So back there I have the herbs and the mange two growing in the herb buckets, which as long as I keep them watered seem to be doing all right. The garlic I'm very, very pleased with. It's got nice thick stems. So I'm giving it a bit of a water now as we're getting towards harvesting time. But it does really well against this wall. It did last year as well. So in here we have mange two rows of them. And in the middle, I don't know if you can see, there is a row of parsnips. There's also quite a few weeds, but as I can't get in there at the moment, they're going to have to stay there for the time being. These are my beetroot, and they're growing quite well as well. As soon as it cools down and gets a bit wetter, I'm going to take this off because I don't really need the netting on. And I can use it for other things. So here is my rhubarb. We've done 3 harvests of it so far. I am watering those parsnips that I was growing for seed. Somebody very helpfully trimmed them right down to the ground, so I put protective sticks around them and asked them to be left alone, and they are coming back, so I'm hoping that I'll have some fresh parsnip seeds to grow next year. Some rather sad looking tomatoes, but that's okay because I've got plenty of healthy ones on my windowsill. The onion bed I think is looking quite glorious. I'll come up the slope. I'm doing the same thing with carrots. I've got a couple of carrots that have gone to seed here, so I'm hoping that they will make me some nice carrot seeds as well. It's worth trying. This is the fuchsia that I did a cutting of late summer last year, and it's really taken off. So probably in the autumn we'll plant it out in a bit of bare border and let it rip. These are my pots all set out for the tomatoes, and what I'm doing is each week until I put them in, which is probably going to be next week actually, maybe the week after, is I'm putting water just down in the pots to dampen that bit of soil, so I'm not wasting water because it's quite a rare thing this year. But you can see that the onions are just magnificent, and I've got some really pretty calendula come out that have lasted through the winter. It's very sheltered up here. Over in the northeast of England on the coast, because we have this wall all the way along, it really does make a difference and keeps things very warm. So we've not been troubled by frost here very much since I started growing here. I've just put these Swede out, that's why they're looking a little bit sad and pathetic at the moment. And I have got some more growing on the windowsill, but they are very sad and pathetic. So I'll put these in, fingers crossed, and put another batch of 6 out if they survive another week on the windowsill. So you can see how fast that bit of ground there slopes away, so I have to be quite careful when I'm gardening here. This is going to be Congo beans. Next to my strawberries is going to be the Congo beans. And I've got an empty net up the top there, that greeny coloured net. That's going to have Congo beans in it because it was supposed to have carrots and they've not shown up. So I'm pragmatic and move on to the next thing. These are my friends' potatoes and they look incredibly healthy. They're not seed potatoes, they're saved from last year, and they really do look very good indeed. My broad beans are coming on now. They've got nice flowers on them, and in fact this one has actually started making beans. So I'm pleased about that because I was a bit worried. I have lettuces growing along this border, some are happier than others. These look alright. I think I'm nearly ready to pick some out of leaves. These peas, a gift from Nick the gardener, are doing okay. It doesn't get so much light on this side as that side, and you can see the way that everything's growing, so I'm having to wrap it all in. Otherwise they'd be tumbling all the way down the slope and I wouldn't be able to keep an eye on what was going on or harvest anything. Along here we have some potatoes saved over. It's a new bed this, and I think there's a bit of an issue with it because when the gardeners made this slope, when the builders made this slope, they just put in a load of rubble and concrete, so you have to work on the ground for a bit, clearing it, but you know, they're free because they were saved, so might get something out of them. These are so pretty, aren't they? And the bees just love them. So that's where I've got to so far this year. Happy gardening, everybody. Keep well, keep gardening. See you later. Bye.